Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Is it a red flag if she won't take your last name?
No, I don't think so. A lot of women don't take their spouse's last name anymore for professional reasons, because they don't want to. We need to move on with the times. It's the 21st century. If women don't want to take your name, oh well, get over it.
Oh well, no, and I bet she'd consider what I just said as a huge red flag. Oh well, it's the 21st century. I don't care. Get with the time just because you want me to? Oh well, no.
Happy New Year's 2025, people. Time to wake up and be a menace. Don't make this year your best year. Make it the worst year. For everybody else. Villain era. I woke up and looked like I already menaced my bed. And look at these abs. She woke up skinny. Ooh, skinny. Ooh, skinny. Ooh, skinny. That's why I'm single.
I don't even know what that was, but hey, she's single. If any takers, just keep in mind she's gonna be a menace this year, so nothing new from last year. A lot of them took this TikTok ban too seriously and they started acting like themselves. Way too many of them, and I wish I saved that video with an online personal trainer who for some reason refused to wait to see if TikTok will get banned and suddenly started to say to her whole followers, haha, stupid, this is not what I ate, this is not how I exercise, you're just too stupid for buying my courses. How funny it would be if TikTok doesn't get banned.
There is a severe issue going on in LA, and it's called Peter Pan syndrome. It's affecting 4 out of 5 male species. These boys want to be on nowhere land, wherever the it is in Peter Pan that they go. And getting into a relationship is the equivalent of pairing up with Captain Hook, and they're going to drown in sorrow for the rest of their life if they are committed. This commitment, they can't do it. They're committed to their work. They're committed to the gym. They're committed to their friends. They're committed to not dating. It's like you hate commitment so much. Yeah, I've never seen people so committed.
There's a reason why, though, because women are toxic as men are learning that they get fucked over in relationships. Nowadays, women aren't bringing anything to the table except stress and a headache for most men. Even when you get in a relationship, what ends up happening is you're not really in a partnership as a man. You're in some sort of state of tyranny where you got this princess narcissist person at the top that's constantly critical of the man and constantly feels like she can nag at him, demands everything and offers nothing. And then when they finally get to the punchline and be like, this isn't working, and you get a divorce, the dude gets fucked over. So men are learning that. Like, if women want men to start showing up and being committed, women have got to start stepping up and bringing something valuable to men and putting them so they're not in such a state of high risk when they go into a relationship with a woman.
Yo, and if you want more content, deeper dives, more tips, follow me on X.
Yeah, hold on, let's see if I can use this as an example.
Literally just stay with me. Take an hour of your time, and that's too much to ask you. Why is it too much to ask you for an hour of your time? When every single time we have came here, the past 5 times we have came here, I let you go off, I let you do whatever you want, and then you tell me you're gonna stay with me, and then you don't, you just leave me.
What's your name?
And then ironically...
Whoever posted this said when she's got you trapped with nowhere to go. There is no such thing as nowhere to go. Dude, just jump. It's not gonna be as painful as listening to her for however long that ride is gonna be. Or maybe it's gonna hurt just as bad, but at least it's gonna be over faster.
So shout out to all the men who were heartbroken.
Why do women like older men?
Because they're more stable financially, they have more experience, and they've probably lost the love of their lives and they're not willing to do it again. So shout out to all the men who were heartbroken. Had to settle for the girls that came along after the girl that left and went away.
Are you like a poet in your other life?
I'm such a poet.
Such a... yeah, I like older men because they have money. Screw Romeo and Juliet, this is what true romance looks like.
Yes, I think this is actually why the dating apps just do not work for my personality, because I don't have the patience for the texting. I just don't have the time. I just don't. Especially like I've done it in the past where you'll be on a dating app and then you'll be messaging somebody for like a week or 2 weeks, and then you go on the date and they're completely different, because it's like reading a book. Like I don't know their tone. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's very like you think you get on with somebody, or like you think that you fancy them. But really, you're just picturing your own image of them in your mind based on text. And then when you meet them in person, then like the amount of times I've done this, and then you're like, oh, I instantly don't fancy them at all, and they're very different. And then it's kind of like I've actually now wasted like 2 weeks of my life texting with this random stranger. But I mean, that's what the dating apps are all about. So I think it's just, they're just not, they just will not work for my personality.
You still have 16 other personalities left, so try a different one. And if you're a man out there dating, don't waste 2 weeks of your life either, because she kinda has a point. If you match with someone, ask her on a date.
My name's Lauren, I'm 30 years old and I'm single, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why dating apps do not work for me. Reason number one, if you share the same name as any of my ex-boyfriends, I will click no. I just will click no. There is no rhyme or reason behind it. I just don't want to date somebody that has the same name as my ex-partner. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to. Reason number two, I don't go for people based off initial attraction. It is important, correct? I think that you do have to find somebody attractive to be able to date them. However, off the back of one picture or two pictures, it's not for me. I can't do it. I don't know anything about you other than what you look like. Number three, somebody's mannerisms can be more attractive than the way that they actually look. And I know that sounds really silly, but the way that somebody laughs, the way that somebody treats you, the way that somebody is a gentleman, all of these things.
I know, right? All of those things you will learn about a guy when you're looking at his picture. All of those things that will make you click yes or no just by looking at his picture. Like the way he laughs, the way he treats you, and the way he's a gentleman. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
So if TikTok gets banned, if anybody wants to tell me that they're in love with me, this is your moment, because you're only going to find me on Instagram, and I only post in my stories. I barely post on my page, and I'm rarely ever on it. So someone let me know. Preferably a man that's 29 to 31 living in the tri-state area. But if you live elsewhere, it's totally fine. I like Italian men. Thanks. Okay, bye.
Yeah, if TikTok gets banned, someone hurry up and save the poor girl because she's gonna be bored. Sure, that's a good enough reason to start dating her, right?
You need to hear this if you're a successful guy who can't let go of his ex. Because if you have a subconscious fear of intimacy, no matter how amazing a woman is, when you're in the relationship, you're going to be looking for ways to get out. And as soon as you're out, you're going to find reasons why you should have stayed. Having a subconscious fear of intimacy can be extremely painful because you never know if the woman is right for you or not. When you're in a relationship, you feel a threat on your autonomy. And in order to settle this fear, you start looking for little flaws in her. And in this deactivating strategy, you find a reason to pull away from her because of these little flaws. But here's the thing. As soon as you break up with her, as soon as your freedom is no longer threatened, those little flaws don't seem so big after all.
Yeah, not that I challenge your expertise on successful men, but how the hell do you know? How do you know what goes on through a successful man's head like you've met any? And why are you only talking to successful men? What about me? Don't I deserve your expertise on whatever this was?
I get asked so many of the same questions over and over again that I should probably just do a Q&A series so I can reference those. So I guess if you've ever wanted to ask me anything, now's your chance. Just keep it as appropriate as you can and be nice.
The wife girl who was number 2 on Next, according to her, as a spicy creator, wants to keep it appropriate. Isn't that funny? What kind of appropriate question would you even ask someone like that?
When I learned how to flip a grilled cheese.
Quick question for you. What has happened in your life that this has become a difficult task? Something to think about.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.